And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. From the 6. Pass midfield. 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop it, but not before he's inside the 15. So here are the Jaguars in great field position already. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes
Two
last week.
touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Lawrence to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lions. Give him 9 there in the first down completion. From the 3, 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 3-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Extra point good by Prater. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to a self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence got a man. It's Diaby Brown complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
First down, Jaguars.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. Now Brown. Oh, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football.
We got it. Good job.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Here I come. Here I come.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And over the middle, this is Parker. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. A nice pickup on 1st down, 7 yards. He's got good size. We know he's tough to bring down running the ball. That also carries over to the passing game like we saw there.
And at his size, how'd you like to try and stop him on that angle route? Him come out of the backfield, breaking sharp.
Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. A drive there in just 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota.
Prater set to kick off.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they... And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. Teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Better ball security, but not much else to show for it. On third down, Lawrence. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs. Finally, we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you, because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Minnesota. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And boy, that was something to watch, wasn't it? How about the way these guys came out here in the first quarter? They really put their stamp on this game early with their play calls, and they... certainly look good so far.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to next-gen stats. Wow. Through one quarter, 14-7, our score. Touchdown! Complete at the 1. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. They got the ball in great field position. One play later, end zone. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run with Thomas. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So a it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this,
but I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, CD, that's the second time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. De'Ami Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Taken at the goal line. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And Charles Boyd touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing. It's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Prater for the extra point. And a lead now up to 14. So that drive with 4 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
Now back to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Scoring summary. 3-play drive. And it's polished off by a Viking score. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. from the 6. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Fights through. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. Now, he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. A nice tiny little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this belongs to the Vikings. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players?
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And his Viking offense is running away with this one. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes. Called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Prater for the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
That's so educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. From the 22, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this one is incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Oh, a nice spin. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
It looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been caught.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. So there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. They go play action here on first down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And still fighting. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. A big play there for Minnesota. CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
You can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville.
Lawrence going to throw again. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
On second down now. It's Thomas, and he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now Lawrence on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 43-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Drops it underneath to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be third down. This is Thomas. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he loses the football a second time. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. From the 6. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum and everything.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead will swell by one more. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Lawrence, incomplete. He was trying to get Thomas that time, but it'll be second down. Lawrence will throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Lawrence on third down. He finds his man, complete. That's Lions. And he is going to have a Jags first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
22 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
From midfield now, Lawrence. Thomas has got it, complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this belongs to the Vikings.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Back to throw now on first down. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown! points for the Vikings. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head. Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there. You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. It's a quarterback sneak, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing. Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles. They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped it. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this belongs to the Vikings. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles. What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives? Yep. 3 fumbles? 3 fumbles. It's time to change our luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Mike, check. Oh, here we go. Oh, 50.
Second and 2. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yep. You can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. From the 6. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive. Second and 10. Lawrence. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And the return will stop right around the 25. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
When a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But it's in their DNA. It's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No, okay.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 48.
And the Vikings come up with a late turnover. It will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings,
they move to a sparkling 15-1 with one game still to go in the regular season.